Hey everyone, Matt here with Hunt 724 Outdoors. Just want to take a minute today to talk a little bit about the product I recently came across and some of the features that I really like about it. But first, let's talk a little bit about scent control. As hunters, we all know scent control is an extremely important aspect of our hunting season. We spend a lot of time and money to ensure that our scent, that is being dispersed is very minimal. From everything, for example, the clothes that have been around for years now, to the sprays, to, the last few years you're seeing the ozone dispersion units and all of what those features have. There's a lot of products out there, unfortunately, as hunters, we get hit with that are gimmicky and they may or may not work. And we're always, anymore we're cautious about what we go and buy and spend our hard-earned money on. So last year I was given the opportunity to hunt for my tree stand while utilizing, thanks to a friend, one of the Ozonics HR200 units. The unit itself was pretty great, and to be honest with you, I was very skeptical out of the gate. Wasn't sure whether I would like it or not. When I first turned it on, the audible hum that came from it kind of annoyed me a little bit. But very quickly I realized, I looked past it. I was so focused on what was going on around me that within minutes I had completely forgotten that the machine was even on. But where I had set up in a stand that actually was not very favorable for the winds for that day. I actually got a little bit of a swirling wind. I was just right off of a ridge, a little bit of a swirling wind. It seemed like deer constantly busted me there. Didn't matter whether they're 5, 10, 20, 30 yards. It seemed like they were constantly busting me. So I set up the Ozonics unit, decided to give it a shot. It's early season, said what the heck. Let's see if this thing's really worth it. Hooked it up, like I said, sat there. It was probably about 2 hours into my hunt. It was in the evening. Deer started coming out through. Had 2 doe roll right in. They came right down a path that normally, because of that wind, I would have been busted on. So they walked right under the stand. Didn't look up, just kept on trucking. I was very surprised. I was actually shocked, to be honest with you. I was, like I said, I was very skeptical to whether, spending all this money on one of these Ozonics units was really going to be worth it. So this year, I started doing some research in early spring, doing my research, really considering getting into owning potentially one of these, Ozonics units. About 2 weeks ago, I happened to stumble across another product, and I was trying to do some research. There's not much out there. Only their marketing material they have on their site, and they have one video out there. One gentleman did a review on it. There's really not a whole lot out there. So I wanted to do my own video, kind of put something together for everyone so they can get an opportunity to kind of look at some of the features that it has. So as we know, Scentlok has been around for many years now. They are probably one of the leaders in, I would say, scent control in the market. Some of you may or may not know, I think it was 2018 ATA this year, they released what's called the Oz products. Their Oz products are basically their ozone products. So they have the small units you throw in your duffel bag, you can put in a small room. They have totes, they have bags with the units in it. Basically what they're trying to do is they're trying to recharge the carbon in your outfits while also eliminating the bacteria and the odors that come from your hunting gear. So recently they released what's called the Oz Radial 400B. This unit is not necessarily advertised as being a unit you would use in the woods. They do mention it in one of their videos very briefly, and I'm not sure why they don't promote it more for hunting in the woods, and I don't know whether that has to do with patents or so forth and so on. I don't know if anybody recently read, but I think it was Scent Crusher, possibly I think it was, that got in trouble from Ozonics. But looking at this here, this Scentlok, it's a radial, it's a cylindered shape. The reason they like the cylinder shape and say the benefit of it is it gives a 360-degree dispersion, whereas Ozonics really only does about a 270 degree. At least that's what they advertise. Functionality is pretty easy. Got a button on the front, button on the back, turn it on, turn it off. As you can see here, you charge the unit. Unlike Ozonics, which you have the multiple batteries, you know, if you want an extra life battery, you're probably spending about $100 on a battery just to be able to get through a full day in the field. This gives you 6 to 8 hours, so you can charge this. Now, benefit of this is you can go out, and I have a cell phone battery pack. I think I got it from Field & Stream. It's made by Kodiak, I think it is. You know, it'll charge a full-size iPad literally, I think, 3 times. So with this unit here, 6 to 8 hours, if I plug that in, I should be able to get a full day of use out of this, plus some, if need be. So in the field, I can get this up early in the mornings and have it all day long. Now, on the back, if in case by chance your phone's dying and you need to make a phone call because you just put a big buck on the ground, you can plug it into here. And at that point there, you can go ahead and start charging your phone. So at the end of the day, phone dies, like I said, big bucks down on the ground, trying to call or text your friends, you can't because your phone's dead, plug it in. There you go. But yeah, so overall, the unit's nice and lightweight, very compact. I mean, it'll fit easily inside of my bag. I can throw it in any one of my bags. It won't take up very much room. Like I said, to turn it on, simply hit the front button. It'll turn it on. Hit it again. So basically, turn it on. That puts you in your regular mode. Hit it one more time. That puts you in regular mode, so you can see it there as in regular mode. It has 4 different modes. You have regular cycle, boost, and boost cycle. So to go into regular cycle, you simply hold down one button, and once you do that, you'll see everything start going across. Now this will cycle every 30 minutes. Now if you want to throw it into boost, if I remember correctly, you hit both. That throws you into boost mode, so that's going to disperse even more out. And then lastly, you can put it into boost cycle, holding the front and the back until the lights start to rotate. And then once again, that'll cycle every 30 minutes. So, and then to turn it off, you just simply hit one of the buttons and it'll turn it off. You can hear it quietly pulling it down. Now, I did do a test on this for noise-wise, and compared to what I was used to with my Ozonics unit last year that I utilized, like I said, I only used it once, and that was last fall, so it's been a little while. But from what I can remember, the sound of it, this is very equal to the same sound. I really don't see a difference in the sound. So what I did is I actually took a dB meter and measured it against this unit here in a very quiet room to basically see what it was. And to be honest with you, it was within 1 to 2 dBs difference, a little bit higher than the Ozonics, but only 1 to 2 dB difference, and that was really only in the boost mode. The regular mode, it actually was a little bit lower, but the boost mode seemed to be a little bit higher, only by 1 to 2 dBs, and that's very minor. It's very, very minor when you're out there in the woods. But yeah, so I mean, and then another thing they have is tether that comes with it, so you can basically hang it above you, toss it up in a tree, hang it up above, and let this thing spread and shower down on top of you. So overall, pretty happy with it. Anxious to see how it's going to work. I mean, when you turn it on, you can smell. I mean, you can instantly smell that that smell coming out of it. I mean, you can tell that it's definitely dispersing something. So, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'll report back after the season this year if I get a full season in here in Pennsylvania and get a good feel for what this thing actually does. Hopefully, I'll have the same reaction to this as I did with the Ozonics. But we'll find out. So, well, thanks everyone, and hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, aim straight.